The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Cousins out to the left here to Reed. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw, Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the D looking like they may blitz. The first carry down for Rob Kelly. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll try to throw now. Cousins looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reed. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
On third down, Cousins finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Winston now from the 50. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Ooh, with a juke. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Play action now. Cousins. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Danny Shelton able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Coleman, the man in motion left. 3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to sling this deep down. And got his man complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2, and most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
Cousins to throw it this time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And with the play clock winding down, Jay Gruden's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Cousins now on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Redskins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. And just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, Cousins will head to the sideline and give way to Dustin Hopkins. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Jameis now on 1st down. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Josh Norman victimizes Winston yet again.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. And they pick up another 1st down with that run.
Got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Cousins now. He finds Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Corey Coleman, as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Jameis to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And the drive begins here with Sims. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So many times during games we talk about reading keys. So what does that mean for a cornerback? Well, when you're guarding a receiver, is he actually going out for a pass, or is he trying to block you because it's a running play? Reading the key and understanding the play. On this one, he diagnosed it perfectly and made an excellent tackle.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Winston. It's caught. Humphreys. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Redskins off. Now as they get set to start this third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down following the run. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Redskins on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Cousins to throw it, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following the interception, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a such change situation and shutting them down.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second down, Cousins. But he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Cousins to his tight end, Davis. Good for a Washington first. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Working out of the gun, Cousins going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Winston. A dump off to Sims. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Play clock winding down. Now Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Winston keeps it himself. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Sims down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Cousins to throw it this time. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a dangerous dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down following the incompletion. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, Cousins again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 43 yards. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Cousins to throw. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Let's go.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a miss on his first attempt, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
I know this will surprise you a little bit, Brandon, but you know kickers can be a fragile breed sometimes. You got to wonder what's going through his mind, but he didn't let that first miss impact him one bit.
Hey, I kicked back at Harrison High School. Are you calling my ilk soft? And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now they run with Sims. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Buccaneers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.